Hey, I'm Jake. I just made a record, and this is Mike Post and Mitch Van Bree, the other producers and the brain trust of this crazy operation. We recorded 16 songs over the course of about 9 months as we were figuring out, and that's pretty wild to think about. And so I wanted to take a moment just to rehash what that process was like a little bit. And I guess there's only one place naturally to start here, which is Mike, why did you ban the Glockenspiel?
Well, that was a very early and hard decision.
It actually was. It was not a hard decision, but it was an early one.
You said there's one rule.
There was one rule, yeah.
And I said we can't.
I think just it kind of happened naturally. I think we had a lot of ideas about the types of sounds we wanted to play with, and I think it was important to sort of set some limits to like where we wanted to bring the record. And as much as I like a good Glockenspiel, setting those parameters, I think ahead of time was a good call, because we easily could have put Glockenspiel on every song.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So
We
had to avoid that.
That's what the whirly's for.
Yeah.
I mean, it ended up being what the Whirly was for.
Totally.
One of the things the Whirly was for.
We have a lot of similar kind of ish. Yeah, the whirly, and there's some other kind of
other synths, the
yeah.
piano. Yeah, well, I've been listening to a lot of Sam Fender and Gang of Youths, and just in a lot of indie rock, there's that 80s Bruce Springsteen sound where there's kind of a wall of sound delivering a hook or some kind, and the Glockenspiel is always on top of that. It has been ever since Born to Run, basically.
Yeah.
And they brought it back in spades in recent years because 80s is so in vogue. And this record is decidedly not 80s in a cool way, or like nouveau
In a cool
80s.
way.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of pleased that it doesn't sound. I mean, it's not that I dislike that sound. Like I love listening to it, but like I think making it sound like that instead of the kind of 60s 70s thing that a lot of these songs have would have been the wrong direction for it ultimately. Even if I would have been absolutely fine with having a Glockenspiel on it when we started it, I think it was the right choice.
We also didn't do horns, which was a big 80s.
Yes, that is true. No, I both thank you for waking me up, and we should do this more often. If you decided to, could easily be Huey Lewis songs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They may be worth reimagining someday.
It might be.
Yeah.
And I'm not objecting to it. I'm just saying that's a choice you could make, right? And that's for sure.
Yeah, there's always a lot of ways you can bring a song to life.
Yes.
But that too, I think we said like maybe no horns, because like then we would have had almost every. Not that you can't have every instrument.
Every instrument in
but we had such a wide spectrum that was like, let's bring it in a little bit.
Yes.
And just kind of from the start cut off some avenues.
No, I don't think we had trouble covering musical ground over the course of these 16 songs. That's definitely not it.